welcome to Moose Jaw. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. As you've just seen, we are in Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan. We are here for the Canadian Powerlifting Union Westerns Championships. This year, instead of having a national meet, we are having just the regional meets, and they're all taking place in the springtime. So this is the second regional meet of 3. I believe it's the biggest. We've got people flying in from like all over the country for this meet. So there are, I think, almost 500 lifters, which is amazing. So anyway, we are here. This is the first meet of 2024 for me. It is my Masters 1 debut. I turned 40 this year, so that means I get to lift as a Masters lifter this year. I'm competing in 3 lift equipped, which I have not done since 2022, since provincials. So yeah, I am really, really excited. To be back on the platform. The last time I competed was Worlds last May, so it has definitely been a while. It is now March of the following year, so like 10 months later. And yeah, first time doing 3 lift since July, I think, of 2022. So yeah, it is going to be a fun day. I did do a little bit of a water cut, gut cut type thing. My scale has been a little bit weird this morning. It was showing 57 on the dot, which is my weight class. And then I took a little bath just to sort of relax. And then I was down to 56.9. And then a few minutes later, I was 57.2. So we'll see. I weigh in about 50 minutes. So actually I'm later in the weigh-in list, so probably an hour and 10 minutes or so. So hopefully it works out. It'll be fine. Make it work somehow. I will make weight. I'm not like crazy far off. I am not super dehydrated, not super depleted, but yeah, hopefully make it first try. I woke up at 57.0, or at least the scale was showing 57.0, which was amazing because that's probably the first time that's happened in a while. Definitely for the meets I've been cutting for, to wake up like at weight exactly. But like I said, my scale was kind of being funky, so I don't know if I trust it so much. It's just like a travel scale, and generally it's pretty good, but I don't know, maybe it's like the flooring here is weird, or who knows. But we'll make it work, and I will try to take you with me. Meet days are always kind of crazy and hectic, so and I film myself, so it's sort of hard sometimes to remember to film, but I will try. And I will definitely show you my lifts regardless and give you a recap. But yes, I will talk to you all soon. All right, so quick update. I'm all done equipment check, all done weighing in. Weighed in at 56.85, so that was pretty perfect. I did have a little bit of room to spare, but it's nice to not have to worry about that. Before I weighed in officially, I did go in and check my weight before, like about half an hour before, so I knew that I was golden. So yeah, relax. As soon as I weighed in, I chugged a shaker bottle full of water and 2 packs of Limit or LMNT electrolyte drink, which is like 2,000 milligrams of sodium. So that was unpleasant, but I feel really good now. Then Jason got me 2 burgers from Dairy Queen, so I have those in my belly, and I've got some snacks, so that should tide me over. Let me just show you the warm-up room. I'm just going to flip the camera around. All right, so this is the warm-up room. We've got lots and lots of platforms. I'm on platform 1, so platform 1 is way back there. And then this side is people warming up for platform 2, which has a separate entrance on that side. All right, so I am just chilling for now. I will be starting warm-ups pretty soon, probably around an hour out. Just sort of slowly, listening to music, getting in the groove, and yeah, it's go time. So wish me luck, and I will catch up with you when I'm done. Okay, so the meet is now over. As expected, meet day was super busy. Just didn't really have too much time to sit down and vlog, especially doing it on my own. It really was like, once I started warming up, it was one thing into the other. Finish squats, warm up right away for bench, finish bench, warm up right away for deadlifts. So not a whole lot of downtime, and then also trying to keep mentally focused. But anyway, I am back home now. We drove home right after the meet, and that was a long drive, so I'm very grateful that Jason was willing to do it. It's about 7.5 hours from my place to Moose Jaw, plus maybe some stops, so let's say 8 hours probably. And then on the way back, we actually got stuck a little bit in Saskatoon, like delayed probably by another half hour because there was a concert going on, and the concert venue is just off of the Yellowhead, off of the main highway. So yeah, that was backed up considerably, and there's only one lane. But anyway, we made it home safely, safe and sound. Let me go over my meet with you. I'll start from the beginning. Spoiler alert, it was pretty good. It was not the best meet ever. And as with almost every meet, there's always, that one lift that's like, the one that got away, right? So, okay, let's start from the beginning. Okay, so squats. Squats. I have always struggled with squats. They've always been my weaker lift relative to my other lifts. And it was actually funny. So when I gave my attempts at weigh-ins, told her my opener squat was 125 kilos and my opening bench was 127.5 kilos. And she kind of stumbled while she was writing, and she was like, "What? Like, are you injured?" Or like, no, I'm just not a good squatter. But it is what it is. I'm working on it, okay? But yeah, and equipped squatting is a whole different animal, I find. I just have trouble, I don't know, timing stuff. I descend very slowly. I feel like I always have, but it's just hard for me to keep position or trust that I can keep position if I go faster. It's hard. Squats are hard for me. I opened with 125, which was successful. Then we bumped up to 132.5, which was successful but hard. And then we tried for 137.5. Natalie had programmed that my top end squat would have been 145, which definitely was not there on the day. The 137.5 was on the bar. Got out of the hole, and then it was like, brakes were on. The bar was not coming up. I heard the spotter behind me saying, chest up. And I'm like, nope, no part of my body is coming up at this point. Like, I was just stuck. So yes, that was a failed lift. So that was squats. Then moving into bench press. Bench warm-ups were moving okay. They were moving fine. But we did drop my opener from 127.5 to 125 just to make sure, to really just solidify that opener, right? Just get that in. So that's what we did. And then on the platform, opener moved well. The touch was a little funky. The handoffs were different from what I'm used to. I am quite spoiled with Jason. He gives excellent handoffs. And then at Worlds, they've got like the best handoff people in the world, essentially. So they're awesome. But, these handoffs didn't take as much of the weight as I'm accustomed to. Not saying they were like bad or anything, but they're just not what I'm used to. So that was a little bit of a different factor. Anyway, so I got my opener at 125, and then we moved up to 132.5. And that moved well also. And then for my final attempt, we put in 136. Initially, the hope was maybe to chip my personal best, which was 138, and then maybe try for 138.5. But, we just wanted to play it safe. We wanted to get it in. 136 is just shy of 300 pounds. It's 299.8 pounds, which is a little frustrating in the sense that it's, there's a little bit of a milestone there. It's like, can't you just round up? Like, it's so close. Or, if we put in 136 and a half, maybe, I don't know, whatever. It doesn't, it's just a number at the end of the day, but it's like so close. But yeah, 136 moved really well. I was very confident with it. I was pretty happy with that, with how that moved. And I will say, this is sort of backtracking a bit, Gino was announcing, and Gino's awesome. I've met Gino several times in the past, at usually national meets. I can't remember if he did NAPFs a few years ago, but I've seen him around. He is a U2 fan. Obviously, I am a U2 fan. So we were sort of texting back and forth earlier this year. He went to one of the Sphere shows also. And the day before competition, we ran into him at the training hall, and we were just, talking U2. I showed him my temporary U2 tattoo that I got from Zoo Station, and the shirt that I had made for me and Tina. That's what I just happened to be wearing. So after every single lift at Westerns, he made some kind of U2 pun, and that was amazing. It was so fun. And he's always fun anyway, but the little extra U2 puns were the best ever. Okay, and then on to deadlifts. So deadlifts have been moving so well in training. I recently hit a PR of 365 pounds, I think, just at home and training. So, they were moving well, and I was like on a high from going 3 for 3 on bench. So warm-ups were moving decently for deadlifts. Again, we lowered my opener from 150 to 145, just really to solidify that total, get that bench record, get the total record, and then go from there. So then my opener at 145 moved really well. Second attempt was 157 and a half. It was harder, but it was doable. It was fine. And then for my final attempt, so the national record was 170.5. And so, I would have needed 171 for the record. And I was like, I don't know, like that's kind of a big jump from 157 and a half. I wasn't totally sure. But then Jason was like, well, we're here. Like, you have the total record, you've got the bench records, like, do it. Like, why just do another random number that's less, right? Like, this is a place to do it. So we're like, all right, we're going to give her 171. So yeah, got up to the bar, 171. And to my surprise, the bar came up way better than I had expected. And I don't know what happened. That is the one where I'm like, not kicking myself, but I'm like, I feel like I could have had it if I had another chance or on another day maybe, because I think I was maybe just surprised that it came off the floor so well that I don't know if I lost positioning or lost balance or just lost my timing or something. Like, in my heart, I feel like I'm strong enough to lift it had I been more technically proficient, more technically perfect. So I feel like it was more of a technique thing. But anyway, it came off the ground really well. And then like right around the knees, I felt it bobble, like go up and down. And then at that point I knew the lift wouldn't have counted. So I just, put the bar down because there's no point in fighting that up because it would have been overturned or it would have been red lighted anyway. So I was just like, no, that's it. I had lost it. So that was unfortunate that I missed that opportunity. I am happy with how well it moved up until then, and that would have been quite a substantial personal record anyway. Yes, another time it will, that should be definitely within my wheelhouse this year. I do have some other deadlift goals for future meets this year. But yeah, that's definitely one, and that is definitely the one that got away that I'm like, oh, I feel like it was close. If you watch it, you might not think it was as close as I feel like it was, but anyway, overall, a successful meet. I was the only one in my age and weight class, so default gold. I just, it was a good day, I will say. Definitely cannot be upset that I broke a bunch of records. I broke the Masters 1 bench record 3 times, the Masters 1 total record twice. I also broke the open bench record twice, and then same with the provincial records. I also got the bench only national record for the 57 kilo weight class in open and M1, I believe. So lots of records. I'm not upset about that. But if there are any lifters watching, that feeling where you're like, yeah, that's the thing that keeps you going forward too. And like training and pushing hard is like, you want that redemption so badly. So yeah, so that was the 171 deadlift for me. But yes, overall, a good meet. The water cut moved better than I had expected. I woke up morning of, didn't have to hot bath, like didn't have to sweat or spit or like anything. I just kind of, just hung out. Like I said, I did just have a bath just like for relaxation, but it was a great day. Everything came together really nicely. And now that is the first meet of 2024. That's in the books. And up next in 11 short weeks, we've got Bench Worlds in Austin, Texas. So the focus is going to shift toward that. I don't have my program from Natalie yet. I usually get that Sunday night. Just hanging out this weekend. I lifted, Westerns was on Thursday, so today's Friday. I've got the weekend to sort of let my body recover. I'm a little bit sore. Big win. I am not injured this time. So the last time I benched over 300 pounds in competition, I guess I didn't bench over 300 pounds this time. Almost. But when I benched 138 kilos in Slave Lake at Provincials in 2022, I had been training through an injury, and then at the meet, it made it much worse, and I couldn't raise my arms for several days after, and that started it's only now starting to feel better, so like almost 2 years. But after yesterday, I feel good. Shoulders feel good. So that is a huge win. I'm so stoked about that. Anyway, so rest this weekend. And when I say rest, I mean I'm going to go to the gym and just play around and do some hypertrophy stuff just for fun, because that's what I enjoy doing. And but anyway, focus shifting to Bench Worlds at 11 weeks. So anyway, that was Westerns 2024. So thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all soon. Bye.